We were going to be scheduled to bring Daisy home around December 1st. That has changed now. Hey guys, it's a drizzly morning here. I love it. So today we're gonna get back to work on the cow shed, or the Daisy den, or the she shed, seeing that it's going to be two she's living in it. There's one of the she's right now. What does she have? What does she have? Oh, don't tell me. Bella? What is this? What is this? This is Scar's bowl, not yours. A little bit of chew marks on it. Scar has so little left of his own. I'm honestly surprised that Scar's still sticking around, but he is. So last night we went to Home Depot and got some more wood. Last video I was saying that I made a mistake and these 2x6x10s weren't gonna work, so we got 2x6x12s, and we also got the 2x4s that are going to go around the structure, and that will be framing the corrugated metal. So I'm gonna get things set up and we'll get to work. All right, I'm all set up. So to get started, I'm just gonna basically put out there that I am not a professional and you should not take any construction advice from me. But to make a cow shed, I think that my limited skills will suffice. Now, these posts are all different heights because I didn't, make sure that each hole was the same depth exactly, because that's too hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the shortest of these front posts, and that is going to be the height. So I will put the cross pieces on level with that height and then cut off whatever's remaining above those on the two taller posts.
Fix the newel post!
All right, first step is done. The front cross piece is done. And now we're gonna do the side this way because I need to figure out the slant, the angle of the roof. And instead of math, we're gonna use tacking it up there and trial and error. Where are you going? What are you gonna do with that wood?
She's so bored, she's playing with a block of wood.
Get it, Bella, get it. Okay, so the side with the slant is done, and then we used that to figure out how tall the back one was going to be, leveled that up, continued it on across. So now we just have this side left, so from there to there should be the same angle as the other side. At least I'm counting on that in theory. Hey guys, it's the next morning. Really happy with the amount of work we got done yesterday on the cow shed. It's looking really good. So today, I got to measure for the roof so I can go get the metal. And then I got to go around the property and take inventory. We got a lot of corrugated metal with the house, and we had some left from the patio roof. And so I'm not sure, but I'm hoping there'll be enough to go around the bottom. We'll see. So I have a lot of these here from the deck cover. The problem is I don't think even piecing these all together, I don't think there's a way to piece them together that would look okay. They're actually a lot smaller than I remember. Okay, so here's the thing. The pieces I just salvaged aren't even going to cover the two short sides, let alone the long back. Also, some are corroded, some have holes. There's bends in almost all of them, which I could get around if it was all going to be the same. If I had enough to cover the whole bottom, then I could just call it rustic and be fine, right? So as much as I don't want to do it, I think I'm going to have to pay for all of it to be new. This is where my desire for aesthetics, my form over function, gets me into trouble. Because while this could work and I could just piece it together with some new pieces, in my heart, in my soul, deep down in my very being, I would not be happy and I would regret it from now until forever. So yeah, that quirk of mine that always has to have things look a certain way has probably led me to overspend a couple times. All right, more than a couple. So now I'll just take measurements around the bottom and we'll price out wood versus metal along the bottom. Because I'm good, I think, with either wood or the metal. Okay, I've crunched the numbers and it's going to cost me half as much to go with wood around the bottom versus metal. $100 for wood, $200 for metal. So for the wood, I'm just going to be using cedar fence pickets. They're 6 feet tall. So if I cut those in half, that will cover a 3-foot tall wall opening. From here to right under this lip here is 3.5 feet tall. So to make this work, I'm going to have to take all these top rails and lower them 6 inches. Not a big deal for the amount of money that it will save me. I will have virtually zero waste. Now, finding out how much the metal was for down here showed me how much the metal was going to be for up here. But I don't have another option. It's got to be the metal. Fortunately, it's 12 feet going down this way. I can buy the metal roofing sections in 12-foot sections, so there won't be any waste there either. So I feel good about both of those. We actually got a call last night that we were not expecting. Daisy's breeder, and if you're new, Daisy is the new dairy calf that we're building this structure for. And she let us know some news that is going to change everything so much over the next couple of weeks. So jumping back just a bit, we were going to be scheduled to bring Daisy home around December 1st. That has changed now. She told us she was gone out of town. Um, she had a new grandbaby, so I'm guessing maybe that's where she was. Anyway, her son was watching the farm, and unfortunately, a dog got into the corral where the, the mother cow and then the calves were. Hi, Bella. You're still wet. Um, a dog got in there and he attacked several of them. Fortunately, Daisy was the most unscathed. She got just two puncture marks on her leg, I believe. I don't even know. Another one of the calves got some puncture marks and actually some torn skin. But Daisy's mom got the worst of it. One of the things that happened to her is her udder or teat, I'm not sure, I can't remember, or maybe both, were attacked and ripped. And so now she's unable to continue nursing Daisy. Now, the good news is Daisy is, a month away from being completely weaned anyway. And the breeder said she was ahead of schedule. She's on the larger side for her age, and she had already started kind of weaning herself off of her mom. But as of whenever this happened, a couple days ago, she's completely weaned because there's no other option. So the breeder said we can take her anytime we want her. Now, she's not forcing us to take her. She said we can still keep the, December 1st date. It's completely up to us. So we're kind of trying to weigh what to do. This isn't done. However, we're pretty far along on it. I feel like over the next few days, it could probably be completely finished. So I feel like today, let's see, today's Thursday. So through the weekend, I should have all of that done. And then what would be left would be to create the corral out here. And that would probably just be a couple of days as well. One day to put the posts in and let the cement cure, and then the next day to build the frame. So I feel like by the middle to end of let's say end, just to give me extra time, the end of next week, we should be ready, at least in that part, for Daisy to come home. We had originally chosen the December 1st date because we're going to be leaving for 4 or 5 days after Thanksgiving. And so we wanted to bring her home, right after that. However, bringing her home now would give us a few weeks to get her acclimated before we left. Plus, Bella would have some company while we were gone. My dad's already agreed to take care of Bella and the chickens and the rabbits, although we're not going to be gone that long. So really, those are set up. Those can be set up to last that entire time without much care. So really, it would just be Bella and Daisy that would need care. Now, my dad grew up raising cattle, so we're in good hands there. So overall, I think it would be a good decision to bring her home ASAP. Bella has been getting into mischief because I think she's bored and she's looking for, companionship when I'm not out here, and she's looking for a bigger job. So we haven't chosen a final date. I want to see how far I get with this cowshed over the weekend, and then if I had to guess, it would probably be maybe the end of this coming week. So in a week from now, we could have a calf here. It still boggles my mind we're actually doing this. I'm excited, don't get me wrong, but definitely nervous. But I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm going to put my head down and keep going, get this done. It's the next morning. Hey, Bella, you want to go see your chickens? Let's go see them. Bella's getting that one. It's going to be a beautiful day. Look at this dahlia, you guys. It's just now started blooming. Perfect fall colors though, right? Just in case you're wondering, that dahlia is called Pooh. P-O-O-H. That's what you like. Many of you have been asking how Boomer gets along with Bella. Let me give you a little taste. All right, get out of the way.
There we go. No, Boomer.
That's pretty much it in a nutshell. So this is where we left off yesterday. There were several questions about hay storage and where and how that was going to be handled. The hay will be stored along the back wall here. I'm going to use pallets that I have, probably cut them in half and make a floor along here with pallets to keep the hay up off the ground. And then I'm going to make a box that's just a little bit bigger than the hay along the back. And it's going to have a roof, probably corrugated metal, that can be opened and shut. That will keep the rain off, and then the pallets will keep the hay up off of the wet ground. So today it's probably just going to be applying the linseed oil, and I'll cover that on the next video. I'll see you then.